The NASCAR Wheel and Euro Series returns to the circuit at Venray in the Netherlands when it goes green on the 13th and 14th of July. There'll be plenty for the fans to get excited about as the drivers do battle around the only oval circuit in the 2019 championship season. It will be bumper to bumper, door handle to door handle. It's pure racing. Who is going to claim the win and who will be crowned the king of the oval? Head to victory lane and stand on the top step of the podium. Welcome along to Raceway Venray in the Netherlands for the NASCAR Wheel and Euro Series. Two divisions will race over the weekend. Elite 1 is for the pro drivers. Stinis Longines leads the championship. Elite 2 is for the pro and the amateur drivers. Giorgio Maggi leads the way. Well, it's great to see Raceway Venray back on the calendar for 2019. We caught up with 2017 Elite 2 champion Tomo Ferrando to get his thoughts on what it's like in the NASCAR Wheel and Euro Series.
The atmosphere between the drivers is really good. And I think also with the fans, because we are really free to speak and really close to them. So if they want to speak with us, they can. It's really kind of fun and really close to what they do in the US. And it's really interesting to see that in Europe.
Well, Tomo has finished on the podium more than once here at Venray, but he's yet to take a win. What does he think to the track?
It's really great to be here in Venray because we are on a real oval, 800 meters, really fast corners. Really interesting to have those banking and a really great crowd. So we are really close to what we do in the US. And yeah, it's really happy, it's really fun and really good to be here to share our passion for US racing and good racing overall.
Let's have a look at what's happened in the Elite 1 Championship so far. The first two races were held at Circuit Ricardo Tormo in Spain, and three times champion Ander Villarino, returning to the NASCAR Wheel and Euro Series, took back-to-back wins at his home NASCAR Grand Prix. 22 career wins now for the Spaniard. Rounds 3 and 4 of the 2019 championship were held in Italy at Franciacorta, and it was the 2018 champion and back-to-back champion Alan Day that did what Ander Villarino had done at Circuit Ricardo Tormo. He took 2 wins in Italy over the course of the weekend, and with that notched up his 19th career NASCAR Wheel and Euro Series win. After Italy, it was on to the UK and American Speedfest at Brands Hatch in front of a bumper crowd. And as ever, the racing was close, but it was once more Alan Day that came through to grab the win, making it 3 wins back-to-back for the reigning champion. Back to victory lane he went at Brands Hatch. But in the second race of the weekend, it was Fred Gabion for RDV Competition that was able to grab the victory. Under pressure, though, from Stinis Longines as they charged to the line. That victory meant that Fred Gabion had now got 12 career wins in the NASCAR Wheel and Euro Series, and he was delighted to go back to victory lane. On to Most and the Czech Republic for the next couple of rounds of the championship, and in the first race of the weekend, it looked as though Loris Hazemans had got everything under control until all of a sudden the engine went bang on the number 50 Hendricks Ford, putting the race leader into retirement, and as a result, coming through to grab the win was Nicola Rocca, returning to victory lane 1,386 days after his last win. And in the process, he claimed his 4th career victory in the NASCAR Wheel and Euro Series. But in the second race of the weekend at Most, it was Loris Hazemans that bounced back after disappointment on the Saturday to grab the win. Stinis Longines is the championship leader from his teammate Nicola Rocca as we head to Venray. Well, the race fans have certainly enjoyed the return of the NASCAR Wheel and Euro Series back to Venray for the 4th time. Half a mile oval, it will be a 100-lap race for the Elite 1 division, but remember the banking varies between 10 and 25 degrees, and that man there, Jacques Villeneuve, has lots and lots of oval racing experience. He qualified on pole position alongside Loris Hazemans. It's championship leader Stinis Longines and Nicola Rocca on row number 2. So buckle up, we go green here at Raceway Venray for the Elite 1 division. Jacques Villeneuve on the high side round through turn 1 and turn 2. Loris Hazemans trying to get the lower line working for him and has managed to at least keep a pace with the pole sitter as we go on board with Stinis Longines in third. Out of turn number 4, down the straightaway, the top 3 starting to just break away. Nicola Rocca going with them to make it 4 for the lead of the race. But it is the Go Fast Chevy in the hands of the 1997 F1 World Champion that leads the race here. He's been looking forward to this oval all season so far. Alan Day, the reigning champion, the back-to-back champion, down towards the bottom of the top 10. He's only got 1 oval win under his belt, and Venray is not one of his favourite circuits on the calendar. Good move there as Ander Villarino draws himself alongside and ahead of the number 69 car in the hands of Sebastian Bleekie-Molen. The 2 Fords together up towards turn number 1, then on towards turn number 2. All of the drivers taking that high line round through the first part of the corner. Alan Day at the front of a queue of cars that sit behind him, which includes the number 46 Marco Steep car of Salvador Tinio Arroyo, as we go aboard the second place car of Loris Hazemans. Nothing doing now, he's trying to get that lower line to work for him, desperate to try and take the lead. Remember, for the Dutchman, it is his home NASCAR Grand Prix this weekend, but Jacques Villeneuve desperate to try and hang on to the lead for himself and the number 32 Chevy of Go Fast Racing. Out of turn number 4 they'll come, and there at the exit of turn number 4 is Ellen Law. So problems, brings about the safety car, and we get the race back underway. It is Jacques Villeneuve that gets the jump again. Another good restart from Jacques Villeneuve. Loris Hazemans a little bit slower away there, and that might just allow the number 11 of Stinis Longines maybe to work himself into contention. Contact there, Jacques Villeneuve in contact with Loris Hazemans, and that almost now puts Loris Hazemans into the lead. Great shots though from behind from Stinis Longines as he gets the bird's eye view of the squabble for the lead. Hazemans still trying to work that low line, still to driver's right is Jacques Villeneuve, side by side through turn number 3, up towards turn number 4. The French-Canadian just manages to get his nose ahead at the wheel of the Chevy. The Ford still sitting there in second, or was, because this time Stinis Longines has got the jump. He's through into second place. Stinis Longines so far this year has finished in second place on 6 of the 8 races that we've had so far. Great fight further through the order as well, with Gianmarco Ercoli bearing the scars on the number 9 Racers Motorsport machine. You can see damage to the bonnet of his car as he tries to fend off the 48 of Ander Villarino, but it looks as though the Spaniard has made it through and ahead of the Italian, who is now coming under pressure from the next of the cars, which is the number 7 Hendricks car in the hands of the Czech driver Martin Dubek. We go on board with reigning champion Alan Day. You can see how close it is. There's problems. There's a spin ahead, and that's Romain Iniesta that's facing the wrong way. That will bring about the caution, even though he's got the car going in the right direction. Caution flags come out, which means that we are going to have a restart again for this race, and it looks as though it's another good restart for Jacques Villeneuve, who has just managed to hold off Stinis Longines. The two of them pushing each other around the corner. Stinis Longines just with his nose ahead as they came out of turn number 2, but Villeneuve fights back up towards 3, trying to go with him round the outside line now is Loris Hazemans, and it looks as though Stinis Longines is still on contact further back. Martin Dubek gets turned around. I think Thomas Ferrando was also involved. Damage to the front end of the number 27 and a stranded number 7 in the middle of the circuit. So red flags come out. Reordering is done. We get the race back underway, and it is another fantastic restart from Jacques Villeneuve. 3 wide further back by the look of things. And I think it was Gianmarco Ercoli that dived to a very, very low line through turn number 1. But side by side, still for the lead. Stinis Longines desperate for his first win of the season. He's been runner-up 6 times already, and he's still trying to hunt down his first career win in the Elite 1 division, the former Elite 2 champion, who I think made contact a little bit there with Jacques Villeneuve. Villeneuve pushed wide. That drops him down into 4th position. Stinis Longines leads the race. Loris Hazemans in 2nd place. Nicola Rocca sitting there in 3rd place, and Jacques Villeneuve in 4th. Gianmarco Ercoli under pressure from Ander Villarino, and Thomas Ferrando trying to go around the outside of them all. Fantastic stuff. Pure racing here at Raceway Venray, the only oval we have in the championship. And it has provided some fantastic action. Villarino looking to try and grab the place over Gianmarco Ercoli. Up towards turn number 1. Ercoli on the high side, runs a little bit wide. Villarino goes through. Tomo Ferrando goes through. And now Michael Bleekie-Molen at the wheel of the number 69 car looking to grab the opportunity as well. Great racing all the way down through the order, and Bleekie-Molen just briefly bumps off the side of Gianmarco Ercoli, and it looks as though another place is lost for the Italian, who now is coming under pressure from Brands Hatch winner and 3 times runner-up in this championship, Fred Gabion. Look at the queue of cars that sit behind Gianmarco Ercoli. He is working his socks off to try and hang on to positions, but the damage to the car, I think, is just affecting his top speed. And as a result, you can see they're all bottled up behind. If he moves offline, he's not just going to lose 1 place, he's in danger of losing, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, maybe 10 places, such as the queue of cars that sit behind the young Italian. To turn number 4, Romain Iniesta, the tail end of his number 88 Ford, sliding around there. He wasn't that far away from making contact with the wall, but it hasn't cost him any time at all, and he's now almost bump drafting Fred Gabion. Back to the lead of the race, Stinis Longines out front. Loris Hasemans looking to try and see whether he can grab a victory. Remember, he's already been a winner so far this year, Loris Hasemans. He won the last round that we had at Most. They've got traffic to contend with as well, and Stinis Longines does not want to finish runner-up again. He's already had 6 second places so far this year. Hasemans looking to try and get that low line to work for him, and at the moment it looks as though he's going to go through and retake the lead of the race as we go on board with Stinis Longines. Great soundtrack from that V8 engine, round through turn 1 and turn 2. A couple of cars coming out of pit lane from drive-through penalties. Now this is the fight for 4th and 5th position. Jacques Villeneuve now under pressure from the most successful driver in the NASCAR Wheel and Euro Series. 22 career wins and 3 championships for the Spaniard and the Villarino, but we've not seen him back on the podium since his wins at Valencia in rounds 1 and 2 of the championship. Under pressure really is Jacques Villeneuve in the closing stages of this one, but it does look as though the win is going to go the way at his home NASCAR Grand Prix of Loris Hasemans, who comes out of turn 4, takes the checkered flag. Loris Hasemans claims the win. Nicola Rocca in 2nd place, and Jacques Villeneuve will make the podium because a time penalty was given to Stinis Longines for an infringement. So it's back-to-back wins now for Loris Hasemans. He stands on the top step of the podium. He goes to victory lane. Longines still retains the championship lead from Loris Hasemans and Nicola Rocca, but it couldn't be any closer as we head to the next rounds at Hockenheim. Loris Hasemans also took the victory in the Junior Trophy for drivers aged under 25. And in the Challenger Trophy, Henry Tuamala once more came out on top. Well, the regular season is now done and dusted. We head to the playoffs, the semi-finals, and double points at Hockenheim Ring next time out.